and welcome to News Geelong on this first Friday of August 2013. Opening our news tonight, we highlight the Geelong Book Fair, now in its 8th year, that will be held on Friday and Saturday, August 16 and 17 from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Sunday, August 19 from 10 a.m. till 3 p.m. The Geelong West Rotary Club has collected more than 14,000 books in the past 12 months from clubs and schools, as well as the Geelong Regional Library, and is seeking volunteers to help load books at its Slevin Street North Geelong warehouse on Thursday, August 15, and unpacking them at Geelong West Town Hall, and also with the reverse process after Victoria's biggest charity book fair on Monday, August 19. So contact Mandy on 0438 841 279 for more information. And then from the world of sport, Alex Tigani looks at the week in Geelong sport with thoroughbred racing on the Geelong Synthetic, the Geelong Cats after its thrashing of St Kilda last Saturday night, the Geelong Falcons continue on its winning way, and local GFL action from Newtown and Chewell versus Neil Shaw, and Geelong and District Football League action from the top of the table clash between North Geelong Magpies and the East Geelong Eagles at Richmond Crescent. And finally, it's the weather outlook expected for Geelong and the Surf Coast over the next 6 days. Opening tonight's News Geelong, the Channel 31 Digital 44 crew were in Geelong this week, speaking to a gathering of many locally interested people and groups regarding the ongoing opportunities the community TV channel has for local Geelong-produced programs. Meryl Friend reports.
Deakin University Waterfront was the place of C31's visit to Geelong to help encourage regional people to get involved with television making.
Well, it's really quite straightforward. We're here to encourage involvement in Channel 31 from the community of Geelong, really. I think this is the first time we've been here to hold an information evening, and that's what it's all about, is reaching out and including the community of Geelong.
So the message out there would be, if you've got something you're really passionate about, that'd be an area that you could promote.
Absolutely. Give it a go.
So if people are interested in thinking about a program that they could put towards you, what would the first step be?
Contact the station or check the website. There's a lot of information on the website, but obviously if you want to drill a little bit deeper or speak to someone at the station, just pick up the phone and have a chat.
And how could News Geelong help out?
Promote the station.
All right, well, we hope you've enjoyed your time in Geelong, and we hope we get more programming from our city of Greater Geelong.
Well, I've got the great privilege, actually, of being a director on the Channel 31 board. I met Richard about a year ago. I've been at Deakin about 18 months, and we have a strong film and television program at Deakin. And I met Richard through a colleague, and we became aware of... We had a relationship with Channel 31. It was fairly low-key, and we were quite excited by the opportunity to develop that relationship, to use it to build internships, to create vehicle for films and student work, but also to provide a real living television station where our colleagues and our students could get experience in the professional world as well as at the university. So it's a great privilege to see it flourish and to be now on the board and to be part of tonight's event, which looks at bringing film and television making to this community, which is one of the goals we have at Deakin as well.
From the Deakin Waterfront, Meryl Friend, News Geelong.
Thank you, Meryl. The Australian Broadcasting Commission, the ABC, is in town. The National Media Organisation will use the Geelong office as a news and information gathering service for our region, as Meryl Friend reports.
Senator Kate Lundy was in Geelong at the Pulse Studios this week with the opening of the ABC Bureau in Geelong. It's part of a $10 million ABC News initiative. A really significant day for Geelong here at Pulse.
Look, it certainly is. With the ABC News team moving in here, I think it's wonderful news for Geelong and the wider region. Why? Because for the first time, they'll be able to get local content out onto the airwaves, onto the internet about the people of Geelong.
And this has been a long time coming, really, hasn't it? For many other regional areas have already had this facility.
Well, when you think about it, Geelong is the 12th largest city in Australia. It's the second largest city here in Victoria. And it was a bit of an anomaly that there wasn't a bureau here before. So I think it's a cause for celebration, and certainly here at the Pulse in Geelong, a great addition to what is already a fantastic service and a lovely space.
Do we know when we're actually going to be going to air?
Look, I think it's pretty soon. I know the live spot for the TV will be up and running in about a week, and they're moving furniture in this afternoon as far as I've heard. So very keen. Cameron and Margaret are very keen to get their hands on and get started.
I think Geelong has been a bit of a hole in ABC in general. We look at it from Melbourne and come down regularly to do stories, but I think now we have an opportunity to get those stories from the ground up, and we've got two excellent journalists who will be working from here, Cameron Best, formerly from the Geelong Advertiser, and Margaret Paul, who is presently working or has been working in Ballarat. I think that ABC News will benefit greatly from having a bureau in Geelong.
So do we have a time slot yet?
Well, there's no time slot. They will be contributing stories to ABC News and current affairs programs. Their material will be run on ABC Radio, in Radio News and in Radio Current Affairs. They will be providing stories for the 7 p.m. bulletin. They will be providing material for our online sites and for ABC Mobile News. So their material will be seen right across the spectrum of ABC News output.
It's a really historic day, Meryl. This is going to be the first time that we really have a national media presence here in Geelong, telling Geelong's story to the country. We've obviously got a very vibrant local media, which tells our story to ourselves, but this will be telling the Geelong story to Australia, and having the ABC here with two dedicated journalists doing radio content, TV content, I think is going to be a pretty significant step forward in the way in which Geelong is perceived by the nation. And we are a very important city in the context of Australia, and this is going to cement that role.
Normally when news outlets come down from Melbourne to cover stories in Geelong, it's the bad news. It's the car crash that unfortunately took place. Having the ABC based here now going forward, that'll enable us to tell the positive story about Geelong, the contribution we make to the state economy, the contribution we make to the national economy. These are important stories to be told, and to have the ABC based here in Geelong will enable those stories to be told in a Geelong way, which is great news for our region.
From the Pulse Studios, Meryl Friend, News Geelong.
Thank you, Meryl. A 3D model of the new Geelong Library and Heritage Centre is now on display for public viewing in the foyer at Geelong City Hall. News Geelong spoke with Councillor Andy Richards as the exciting new project gets underway. What a magnificent display in what is going to be a wonderful new Geelong Library and Heritage Centre.
Oh, absolutely. No, this is what it's going to look like, and obviously the Library Corporation and the City are very proud of the project that we are going to deliver for the people of Geelong and the Bellarine. We've put a lot of work into it over the last couple of years, and all the councillors from the last council and this council have worked on the project, and we're all equally proud of what we're going to achieve for the city and for the people.
And a couple of the features we can see from the display, which is available for all local citizens from the community to come in and view in the foyer of City Hall. It's going to be a little bit taller than the Upside Dell building just along the road.
Yeah, no, it's 5 stories, and there'll be plenty to see and do in the building. The Heritage Centre will be on one floor. There'll be a function space on another floor. There'll be different parts to the library. The library staff will be housed there as well, and it certainly is going to be an interesting site from outside the building, and it's certainly going to be an interesting place to visit inside the building.
And a wonderful injection of a bequest of $500,000 recently has certainly, given the Heritage Centre particularly and the whole project another further boost.
Well, heritage is a very important part of what modern libraries do. There's certainly been an explosion in people wanting to check out, I guess, where they're from and where their family comes from, how they got here, and heritage centres form an important part of being able to do that, along with being able to house the records of the city and of the community for the last, 200 years of white settlement, and certainly long before that Indigenous settlement.
Thank you, Andy, and good luck to your Grovedale Tigers for the rest of the GFL season. This is News Geelong as we head to a break. Follow all segments of News Geelong on YouTube, as well as chatting with us on Facebook and Twitter. We'll return with more news after this.